All right, enough all this. Welcome back. It has been such a long time since I have been able to stream anything. And I got to get back into it. What's going on? Timo, good to see you again. Zobitor, hey, for those of you who don't know, make sure you guys go over to Zobitor's channel. Zobitor Gaming, Xobitor Gaming. Easy. Fucking, we were having a blast watching his stream the other night. He was playing HumanitZ, so fucking awesome. I really appreciate it. Wait, DW. Wait, what the hell are you talking about? Texas, welcome in. Zobito, thanks very much for the offline follow. DRGM_ZQ. Not familiar with your name, but thank you very much for the offline follow. I really do appreciate it. Twitch had me muted. Oh, there you go. Yeah, make sure you go over to Zobitor's channel. It's fucking hysterical. It's a riot. It's awesome. He plays with his mates. Portuguese by nature, but he's very, very eloquent in English. So make sure you go over and check him out. Hopefully, I can pull up Steam and get everything going. So for those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Derek. Retired military, been streaming for about 2 years. This past year I took a break. I got picked up to work on HumanitZ, so I am officially a member of the dev team for HumanitZ. So we're doing a little patch note stream if everything pops up in time. It doesn't seem like Steam has updated yet. Maybe I need to update Steam. Hang on. Apologies. I'm getting back into the swing of things. It's been quite some time. Quite some time. Yeah, I'm doing well, Timo. It's good to see you, man. It's been quite some time. So this is the last time that you're going to see all of this. We're moving on Friday, back from whence we came. So I'm going to actually have my office back. You guys are going to see the awesome setup in the future, hopefully. Why have they not dropped it yet? It's been 10 minutes. What's going on? We're just going to have to wait for a little bit. Oh, yeah. I got long hair. Very long hair. Still working on the beard. Yeah. Last time you saw me, I was all clean shaven and... It's Yaz's fault. It probably is. I bet you if I paid attention in the Discord, I'd probably be like, oh, here you go, announcements. Let's see. Da -da 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 -da. There you go. There. Oh, here's patch notes. Cool. I can pull up the patch notes. We'll just do it over here. If it looks decent. If it doesn't look decent, okay, yeah, that works. I'm just gonna pull this over here then. Hang on. Yoink. Forgive me, I'm not a professional streamer. But yeah, we got picked up to work on HumanitZ. We actually work for the dev team now, so that's awesome. Once we move, I'm going to be getting back into streaming. Streaming is going to start taking place again on 8 July. Full swing, Monday through Friday. Good to go in the morning time. That's when I used to stream. A lot of my a lot of my viewers were from Australia, other parts of the world, not so much in America. So I'm just going to cater to the people that come over and hang out the most. So that being said, during the morning times when I'm streaming, that's for that. In the evening times, that's when we're going to be working on the game. I'm not going to be just sitting around testing anymore. So for those of you who don't know, I am a paid employee. But then I got picked up to be an actual member of the dev team, which is fucking fantastic. I appreciate Yodo Studios so much. It's only 6 of us, 6 people on the team. So it's very, very, very busy all the time. The past 90 days. Yeah, 90 days. Well, a month and a half, 90 days, whatever. It's been quite busy. So we're just going to go over the patch notes. That's all this is for. If you guys have questions, Yaza might pop in at some point. He's probably dealing with a lot of other stuff that's going on right now. So for those of you who haven't seen the trailer, hopefully it plays. Check it out. Available now. So a lot of work has gone into like I said, I was going to talk about a lot of the backstory. If you're members of Discord, make sure you guys get over to the Discord. If you're not, we're always on there constantly. I'm on there more than they are. They're busy actually working more on the game, so my presence will be a little bit probably less once I actually start getting into the files and stuff. But we were talking about a lot of people have been asking for the camera change lately. The biggest problem with the game was camera angle, camera angle. I hate the controls of camera angle. I told you guys that I was a huge proponent in working on the controller support. So this little bastard right here has been saving our lives, especially all the way up until 8 a.m. my time this morning. 3 what was it? 1 p.m. for y'all. It's like up early as shit. Past 24 hours have been nuts. But we were sitting around one day and we were just nutsing around. I was testing some things out. Yaza was in chat, Kai was in chat, and we were like, hey, why don't you drop the camera angle down a little bit? Dropped it down from the 40 down to 30. Fucking beautiful. So hopefully you guys like it. You guys check it out for yourselves. But again, patch notes. All right. Hey survivors, welcome to the patch notes of update .911. This is the Pursuits and Perspectives update. I got to name it this time, so if you don't like the name, it's my fault. I'm actually honored that they actually chose my suggestion. So this is one of our biggest updates to date, which is true, which includes a quest system, changes to movement and the camera system, a bunch of new weapons, items, and much, much, much more. Disclaimer, all right? Got to get to the bad before you get to the good, right? All right. Localization update. Unfortunately, we are still waiting on the full translation for this update, as the amount of text, items, and other changes made to HumanitZ made some significant increases in text. The localization testing has taken much longer than we anticipated, but we plan to release a localization patch as soon as it's ready, so further updates around the localization patch will be announced soon. Okay? There was a lot, when I say there was a lot that went into this, there is a lot that went into this over the past, like, month and a half to 3 months. Okay? Didn't give the localization teams enough time to be the quest system actually isn't that much of a headache. So that's actually primarily what I'm going to be working on when I start working on the game, is I'm going to be getting into the files and adding more quests and doing things of that nature. So it's actually not that difficult. You just got to have, like a D&D dungeon master mentality to be able to come up with stories and lore and things like that in order to get into it. Server info, right? Again, the game is in early access. A lot of people get miffed that, oh, all this progress that I put in is going to be gone. In the 9 months that this game came out, it came out September 19th, 2023, okay? In the 9 months that it's been out, there have only been 3 server wipes, okay? Bear with us. It's early access. It's going to happen, especially when we have extensive changes. Server info. Official servers will be receiving a fresh, clean wipe to allow for the newly added quest system, as well as the changes and improvements to the map. We advise all server owners to do the same and start fresh with the new look in HumanitZ. Okay, so it is highly encouraged, and honestly, like, even me playing single player, I highly encourage you guys, just start a new save. Yeah, you invested some time, but there's a lot of new stuff in there. Go check it out. Have a fresh gander, fresh start. New additions. This is what a lot of people are looking forward to. New camera and player movement options. The biggest gripe and complaint all across the Steam forums, people coming in the Discord, change the camera setup, change the movement, change the controls. So right now, I'm trying to tell you, there are so many options for you to do with your control scheme now, okay? There's at least 4. I don't play the same way that Yaz and Kai play on keyboard and mouse. I invert a bunch of buttons. I have all my stuff changed. Going to controller, I invert some keys, but the way I play on controller is completely different than the way I play on keyboard and mouse. My fingers and my brain interpret things differently. So go through, play with what you want, go into the tutorial, brand new tutorial, we'll get to that. But go into the tutorial, start messing with your buttons, get a feel for things, play with the controller setup. You got movement, you got cursor, you've got free camera tilt, you got camera tilt now. So we'll get into it. We're excited. There's a lot of stuff. Major changes have been made to the movement and camera system. The middle mouse now also works as well as Q and E to rotate the camera, and you can tilt the camera angle with the middle mouse to help you see your player inside the building. Caveat to that, your stream 7 days. No, it's not. HumanitZ 911 patch notes review. Let's go. HumanitZ 2.8 thousand followers. Maybe it didn't update over on. Oh, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There's Yazid fucking telling me that, his employee's an idiot. Now it's updated. Okay, well, I appreciate it. Maybe we pulled in some people from 7 days. Who knows? Anyways, the middle mouse for camera tilt. I don't.
Fresh meat.
Notori no Kirito, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate you so much. I actually mapped that to my Z key on my keyboard. It's easier for me to hold down the Z and then go up and down with my mouse. So you can play with the buttons, get into a rhythm or a system that works for you. A lot of the stuff is customizable. Don't just go to the Steam forums and be like, oh, hot chicken game, 0 out of 10, can't, controls are garbage. Did you try changing them? If not, you have no room to talk and you should be ashamed of yourself. Dishonor on you, dishonor your family, and dishonor on your cow. For old players that like the old system, you can still play the game in the same way, but we felt that this change needed to be done as we look to take the game forward. So when you guys log in, if your cameras aren't set up, or if your controls aren't set up the way that you want, it's because default has now changed. Wait, you said free camera also on building mode? Building mode should still allow you to tilt and move and everything your camera. I didn't get too much into the building mode. They were working on that way into the early morning. I took a little nap in between, but yeah, free camera. Like, it depends on how you set up your controllers, or your keyboard and mouse, or your controller, whatever you choose to play with. But yes, you have pretty much free camera movement. The new quest system. No, thank you, Divine. Appreciate you. Make sure you guys go check out Divine Lunatics and the Cookie Monsters channel. All right, they're going to be streaming later today. I guarantee it. Go check them out. They're fantastic. New quest system. Much awaited quest system has been added with this update. We would like to state that this is just the beginning of the quests and NPCs that we are bringing to the game, and things will only improve and get better as we develop more lore and improve our systems. Okay? This is part one. This isn't the end-all be-all. This is us, a bunch of guys who don't know what we're doing, making a game, getting familiar with story creation and the quest systems and things like that. So bear with us. All feedback is welcome and is acceptable as long as it's constructive feedback. So once you guys get in there, start messing with the quests, give us some feedback. Go over to the Discord, join the Discord community, come hang out. We plan to release more elaborate quests with each major update, but we are really happy with our first release of quests, and we are sure you'll have fun meeting the different characters and completing their tasks and stories. While quests can be explored on dedicated servers, it is best experienced in single player and co-op. All I'm going to say is things aren't a problem until they become a problem for the dedicated servers, all right? So if you guys have some people that are out there causing a ruckus, causing some problems, hop on the Discord, let us know. All right, we'll go in, we'll investigate, we'll take care of what needs to be taken care of. And then we'll go from there. But nothing's a problem until it becomes a problem. New LMG weapon added. New grenade launcher weapon added. And I love that. Thunk, thunk. I love the grenade launcher. It's one of my favorite weapons added to the game. New SVD weapon, so sniper rifle. New sawn-off shotgun that fits in pistol slot 3. Every gay game began with a bunch of guys that didn't know what they were doing. Doom, for example. Yeah, absolutely. The guys over at id Software, 100%. What was it, back in 1993? Yeah, the sawn-off shotgun. So it's a 2-shot shotgun that fits in your pistol slot. New tactical machete added. New ice axe added. So, climbing axes, pickaxes. Those were added. The new Glock weapon added, so you got a nice little pistol. 92 or 93. Yep, see? I know what I'm talking about. I'm a gamer, man. New kitchen fork weapon. You can use a kitchen fork as a weapon. New knuckle weapons. New military vest has been added. New market exchange location added to the game as part of the quest system. I'm very excited for you guys to meet the guy in charge of the black market. He's pretty cool. Brand new tutorial to help new players learn the game. Another thing is like a lot of people that pop into the game, they'll hop in, they'll play 0.5 hours, for like maybe 40 minutes. That's enough to get into the tutorial, and then they're like, oh, this game sucks, I'm not playing it. Okay, well, how about you give us some constructive feedback, tell us what you didn't like about it. So, and then that kind of came into the brand new tutorial. You can complete the tutorial in 30 seconds, you can complete it in 5 minutes. It's completely how you get to it. New buildable beehives. New faces and custom character skins updated. I'm going to hold off on talking about that, but one of our community members over in the Discord kind of said, hey, about your character creation and how, some of the faces work with some of the characters, would you guys be up to changing them? So there was a system that, Kai and Yaza jumped in there and did what they needed to do, put their magic on the character creation, so now you have a little bit more customization. Character creation improvements are still coming. but for now, this is what we have. So thank you very much to MWB for bringing that to our attention, and yeah, we got it taken care of. But Yaz will end up touching on that later, sometime in the future. New clothing added, new trainers added. For those of you in the United States, trainers are shoes, so new shoes added. New fingerless gloves, new basketball shirts, new winter jacket variation added. I love it. New bandana item added, worn on face or head and can be turned into bandages. So you can wear one on your face, or you can wear one on your head, or you can wear one on both, or you can turn them into bandages. Also, I've been sitting on it. There is a special bandana that isn't added to the game yet, but I just want to throw a huge shout out to MK. I got to see it. I fucking appreciate it. I love you very much. Thank you so much for taking the extra time out of your day in order to create that. So what hasn't been added yet is a bandana that, if you're familiar with me over on the Discord, it's actually my profile picture. He actually took that and made it into a bandana for me. So thank you so much. I appreciate you and all the time that you take. MK is the guy that works on all the building assets and the map. So godsend. He's an amazing individual. New large warrior backpack added. New inventory quick slots for watch and compass using keys 6 and 7. So now, when you go to your inventory, you'll see 2 extra boxes. One is designated for pocket watch. One is designated for the compass. All you gotta do is drag and drop or control click, and it'll go right in there. You press 6. Your watch timer will pop up for about 5 seconds. Compass will stay on the screen until you decide to turn it off. And it is not doing auto light correction. I can't wait till we move into my office. It's going to be awesome. New survivor camp road signs added to the map to help players find camps that might lead to quests. So for those of you that like street signs, it's a little help. So that way you're not, out there going in a god mode, flying around, trying to figure out where the maps are. Drive around and you'll see the signs and they'll guide you to where you need to go. New zombie skins and variations. There's a lot. So it took what? I'm not to beat up on 7 days, but it took them what, 13 years to add in different variations of the same zombies. This has been in early access for 9 months. Just throwing that out there. New items added to the game to find and use either for quests or for trading. Some items might only be for trading. Some items are designated for quests. They're still working on their updates. Yeah. It's a good game. Don't get me wrong. I love playing me some of that, but I like this a lot more. New foliage, flowers, and trees added. So there was a lot of, yellow, purple, red, blue flowers were added. White flower, or not blue, white. I'm sorry, white flowers. A lot of different bushes, a lot of different trees. So it just breaks up that green palette that everybody's familiar with. So. New overgrown locations added. Again, MK, amazing work. New POIs added to the map. So you got the research facility, large market store, and the pancake house. New learned skills recipes now added to the game. Caveat to this. Some of your items may not be unlocked anymore if you're starting a new file. All right, so you will need to learn skills or learn how to craft some things through quest completion and or finding things like recipes. New random house alarm can be triggered when smashing a window on a house or building for the first time. And new cars. Cars got a little bit of an upgrade too. New money item added to the game to help with trade details. So that was a big point of contention. A lot of people wanted some type of form of currency. So there you go. You have money. New menu overhaul to help with future controller improvements and support. The fucking controller support on this. I did the very first question that I ever asked Yaz whenever I popped into one of his dev streams almost 3 years ago now. I believe it was in December of 2021. Yeah, 2021. I popped into his stream. It was like, it was either October or December. I want to say it was December. I remember I was working on the military base. I was waiting for my dog to use the bathroom, Diesel. Fucking love that dog. And I was watching one of his streams early o'clock in the morning after getting off of work. And first thing I asked him was, is there controller support? And he was like, we would like to have controller support. It's fucking here. All right? You're welcome. Changes to the reload speed of all ranged weapons has been made by slowing down the animation to be more realistic and create a bit more tension. So no more, gone are the days of, sitting there with, speed loaders and all this other, just like super, flicking the magazine out. No, now you're going to move like you're just a random Joe. You're going to insert your magazine. You're going to, rack the slide back, you know, no more spamming bow. Changes made to how drivable vehicles spawn in around the map to guarantee at least one of each popular or special vehicle will spawn. You just need to find them, okay? The spawns are still random. So, for instance, let's say you want the Zombie, right? There might be 3 to 5 locations in which it can spawn. You are guaranteed to get one on the map out of those 5 locations. So for those of you that want to collect all the different vehicles, don't want to have to start new saves just to find one type of vehicle, I got you. All right, we understand, we heard it. So now you can at least expect to find one of each. Changes to some craftables and buildings now hidden behind skill books, blueprints, and recipes. Some building recipes have been rebalanced. Okay. Some of the things that you have been able to build may have additional requirements. So without getting too far into the weeds and telling you what they are, you guys can explore it for yourselves. But you're going to have additional requirements to build certain things. Some things you won't be able to build until you unlock it with a recipe or a skill book. And again, things are constantly evolving and changing. This is for feedback to come to the game. Head over Discord, head over onto the Steam page. Let us know, hey, this is what I like, this is what I don't like, all right? Please, constructive criticism is always appreciated. Changes to nail bombs and mines that are now locked behind the recipe. You have to learn specifically nail bombs and mines from someone or someplace. I'll leave it at that. Changes to how zombies spawn inside buildings have been improved for more unexpected encounters. So now, you may have zombies that spawn inside of a building. You don't know. What'd you say? The average Joe doesn't know all the things. Learning with blueprints is more realistic. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going to turn this on. You know what? There we go. I'm tired of it not auto-correcting. Change to the rate of fire for some pistols to be more realistic. So this is something that I also asked for, was while we did slow down the reload, now you can actually fire the pistol as if, like pop, 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 as opposed to just pow. It might help you with, some encounters that you might have happen unexpectedly in the future that I'm not going to talk about. Changes made to the player camera to be significantly more zoomed out and also when inside buildings. So this is something that I want to get into detail on. When you go into your camera setting, or when you go into the settings menu, there will be something that says camera angle, I believe it is. I can't remember. Natively, it's at 30, the new default. Okay, so you can see much further down the road. Not so much when you're driving and you're going uphill. It's kind of realistic. You're not supposed to be able to see over a hill, so it kind of balances out. But you can see further down. Go into your settings. If you like the old way for like, where it was before, if you think it's too zoomed in or too far down, you can put it up to 40. You can put it back up to the original 50 where it's almost top down. Right? But fast shooting will affect recoil and aim. Oh yeah, absolutely. 100%. Moving, recoil, aim. What was the other part to that? Zoomed out and also went inside buildings. So inside buildings, there's also the ability to turn on and off camera snapping. So when you go inside the building, if you want to leave it at that 30, you can turn it off. If you want to leave it on so that way your camera auto-corrects to where it's a little bit up like it was just before this change, how you guys are natively used to it, you can just turn it to on and or turn it to off, whichever. You know what I'm talking about. Again, more freedom with the cameras. So, changes to melee combat now Zeke hit react to all shots, but still not allowing for full stun lock. So you could walk up to a Zeke, hit him, back up, walk up, hit him, back up, walk up, hit him once, and just keep him in a perpetual animation. You can't do that anymore. Concurrently, your second and third hits sometimes didn't register, and the Zeke just kept coming after you, okay? So now you're going to see that it's going to connect, but sometimes on that second and third hit, it's not gonna stop him. He'll hit react, but he'll still keep coming towards you. Okay, does that make sense? Changes to finisher is now keybind to G key. Okay, this wall of text right here, I have to be very, very careful on how I read this. Right here. You guys can't really. Where is it? I'm gonna zoom up a little bit for you guys. There we go. Right here. Changes to finisher is now keybind to G key, and also can be performed via holding the V key as part of streamlining controls for PC and gamepad. We have had to make these changes with the middle mouse being used for more camera functions, but all can be changed in the keybinds. Okay? So again, more freedom for you to monopolize your or how you have your setup, as well as not having to dedicate one button to your melee. Changed experience to give you slightly less experience than before to balance with experience from quests. That's fair. Instead of just going out just killing Zeeks or crafting things, it's been reduced a little bit, so that way you are prompted to go and explore it and do some more quests. Changes to Buck Fernand. Everybody loves Buck, the random blue trader that runs out in the middle of nowhere and he turns into his own quest. Little guy with the fisherman's hat. Changes to Buck Fernandez's health and damage dealt increased to hopefully keep him alive a little bit longer. Come on, Buck, stop being a hero. All right? Everybody loves Buck. Changes to the hidden orange weapon stashes have increased from 7 per map to 10 per map. So for those of you who haven't experienced an orange military cache crate yet, the team is really investing on the user experience. Absolutely. As long as we get the constructive criticism, and it's not just like, oh, this game sucks, 0 out of 10. It's like, okay, give us that feedback that we need in order to sit there and play with it and tweak it and see how it works and see if it's in the line of the vision of what the dev team wants. And if it's good, it'll get implemented. If not, we'll give you a reason back why it's not happening. Where was that? The orange weapon crates. Okay, so if you haven't run across an orange weapon crate, they look exactly like the green military crates, but they're orange. You got to pry lockpick them open, or you got to use a crowbar to get them open. Usually have high dollar or high value items and equipment inside of them. It used to be 7 can spawn on a map in a single playthrough out of 20 different spawns. Now I believe it's 10 per map out of 25 spawns. 25 possible spawns, if I remember the numbers correctly. Small graphical and color correction changes have been made to the main map. So there used to be like this green overlay almost on everything. That's just been completely taken out. So now everything's a lot more vibrant. Everything seems a lot more alive. The world seems like it should. I don't know. Changes to pickup sounds for some items and when inside inventory. Big changes made to the map with new locations, house layouts, buildings, and more. We know that a lot of the houses seem very similar. It's like you go to a lot of housing developments in America. There's complete housing urban environments where they're all the same building. Okay, MK is hard at work on fixing and tweaking and changing and creating new buildings for us to have out in the world. You look at some other games that will not be mentioned here on the stream, and they've only got 3 or 4 of the same building. Things are just different colors. It's like if you watched Grandma's Boy and they're like, well, why don't we just keep them the same and just render them different colors? And he's like, that's a great idea. I know, shut up. We don't want to do that. We want to create more different things as opposed to the same thing with just different color palettes. Improvements to Steam Deck performance and playability. It's not fully supported yet, as there is more work to be done with the UI sizing, etc., to allow for full Steam Deck support. However, you are able to play HumanitZ on the Steam Deck, but before installing a game, you must lower your graphics settings to lower medium. More updates and improvements on this coming soon. This was something that I believe it was like a month ago we were talking about on the Discord, where we were like, yep, Steam Deck, fucking 100% great, good to go. My wife, she used to originally be able to play HumanitZ, and then all of a sudden wasn't, because of the performance and a lot of things that were going on in the wickets. I'm still learning all the vernacular. a lot of things inside the game, the coding and overlays and shaders and all this other terms that I'm still getting used to. When the map rebalancing slash what the hell was it called? Just the complete overhaul of the map. Level streaming. Once the level streaming happened for the map, Yaz booted up his Steam Deck. Fucking fantastic. Fired right up. Was going good, going good, going good. Along the way, more stuff got added, and now, up until 8 o'clock this morning, my time, almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon for Yaz, work was still being done to make sure that it can run over on Steam Deck. So it does run on Steam Deck. You just kind of need to tone it down a little bit until we flesh out some more stuff, and then it's good to go. But all of the control schemes for the Xbox controller should replicate over to the Steam Deck as well. So good to go. Improvements and fixes to controller support that should make the playing experience much better. This will help massively with Steam Deck and the new menu system. Controller button configuration image added to the settings menu. Okay, so it's this controller right here, Xbox controller. You can see it. It shows you what all the buttons do. You just go into settings, go to gamepad, you'll see it. Okay, this controller right here has been the one that has gotten you guys your full controller support. And I took a small little siesta in the middle last night. They were doing another build. I woke up this morning. I hopped on there, was like, hey, there's 3 things that need to be fixed. Those are the 4 things that need to be fixed. Last 4 things, good to go. Full controller support is available for this game on the computer. That's also going to pave the way for console support in the future. Just throwing that out there for those of you watching in the future. Improvements made with how our map look. I'm right here, by the way, right here. Improvements made with how our map loads by introducing level streaming and other performance changes to help lower end PCs play the game. So again, once the level streaming got in, I threw the dev branch over on my wife's computer so that way she could nuts around with it because she was kind of pissed off that she couldn't play. And she has been going nonstop till like 2-3 o'clock in the morning playing this fucking game. All right, and she's got a shit ass computer, like garbage, potato PC or gaming computer, gaming laptop. Fantastic. She's been nonstop. Improvements to sound attenuation on a number of sounds in the game. So sound attenuation, like the distance at which you can hear things. That's something that I learned. Visual improvement when mining rocks. Now you will see the rock reduce in size also. So after the first couple of hits, you'll see it go. Next couple of hits. Last couple of hits. Will they still respawn? Yes. All right. Bug fixes. So there's a lot of stuff that you guys don't see behind the scenes. There was about 215 bugs that got opened since last update. Those have all been taken care of and nixed, but they all kind of shorthanded down into this. Fixed doors being the wrong way on some buildings causes interaction issues. We still rely on your support. If you run across a door that's backwards, like you have to unlock it from outside the building, let us know so we can get it fixed so that way it's appropriate. Fix spears not taking a stone knife or kitchen knife from your inventory when crafting spears. So what used to happen was when the stone knife was in your pocket, you could craft the spear and it wouldn't use the stone knife. Same thing with the kitchen knife. As long as it was in your pocket, it would never use it. Now it does. Fixed being able to dismantle actual functional house doors. So people were going around dismantling the actual open and closing door, the actual asset doors. Okay, you can't do that anymore. It was never intended for that to be a thing, so that's been changed. Fixed mining rock state not being saved. So a lot of people would go into their game, mine, save, exit out, load back in. The node would be replenished right there. Mine it, save, quit out, come back. So that's fixed now. So now it doesn't do that. It's going to save the state, and then it's going to progress through the time that it needs in order to replenish. What never happened to you? The doors? Being able to dismantle actual doors in a building? I want to make sure I answer this question first. Yeah, the doors. Yeah, so there were many doors in the game that you could actually dismantle the front doors, the bathroom doors, the ones that actually open and close doors to kitchens in some buildings. That was never meant to happen. There are doors inside the buildings that are broken, that are laying on their side or up against a wall. Those are purposefully dismantleable. You can dismantle those. Okay, mining rocks. Fixed invincible hazmat Zeke when hitting the canister. So sometimes what would happen is you would hit the canister, they'd explode, and but they would be, doing their little boom, and they'd explode. But then all of a sudden they become invincible, and you'd have to kill them with a headshot, and they just keep coming at you if you were trying to use a melee weapon. That's fixed. That's not a thing anymore. Fixed harvesting animal detection box. You may, very very small. You may see an issue on the servers. Don't know until we don't know it's a problem until it's a problem. But every single animal that we've come across, we've never had an issue since we've made the fix with harvesting animals. So that should be fixed. Fixed CB radio exploit. So somebody had pointed out that you were able to build the CB radio, call in a trader. It would fail or it would bring in a trader, whichever would happen. They would dismantle the CB radio, get 100% of their resources back, rebuild it, call another trader, dismantle, rebuild, call another trader, dismantle, rebuild, call another trader. You can't do that anymore. Fixed way. So what happens is you can still dismantle it and then rebuild it, but it's now locked to every 12 hours you can call in a trader. Fixed weight of objects not calculating correctly when moving from inventory to containers. I want to add in there also and vehicles. So what was happening was you would take like a car battery, have it in your backpack, move it to the car. It wouldn't adjust. You would take the battery back out into your inventory. It would add the weight. You'd move it to your pocket. Then it would go back to normal. And then there was just a whole bunch of crap that was wrong with it. That's been fixed. Coming soon. Works in progress. Right? Skill system revamp. All right. There you go. Skill system revamp. I have a huge document with a whole bunch of skills and tweaks and possibilities and professions, and so that's something that I've been working on, and I've been talking about in the Discord for 7 months, 6-7 months now. So there's going to be rebalancing and changes and more professions and things added to the game in the future. Full localization of the game, including new languages. I believe Italian is one of them, if I'm not mistaken. I know there has been a huge ask for Ukrainian. I don't know what new languages are being looked at yet. I haven't asked. We haven't really talked about it. But I do know Italian, I believe, is on the docket. Bunkers. Underground stuff. Bunkers, right here. See that? Bunkers are being worked on. Little story behind that. Dubs was sitting at his computer, and we were talking about it, and he was like, let me mess with it. And then messing with it turned into a week-long project, which turned into a 2-week-long project, and he's just been going through and tweaking it and getting with Kai and getting with MK on things and just like going back and forth on different things on how we can make the bunkers possible. And Yaza actually teased, I want to say 2 months ago, a screenshot of one of possibly just like a concept, a work in progress, just a concept art of a bunker. So bunkers are coming. For those playing HumanitZ right now, your feedback is incredibly important to us. Constructive criticism, absolutely. All right, we're not out here to shake hands and just get awards and be lauded, and it's constructive criticism. If there's some shit that's fucked up, let us know shit's fucked up in a constructive way so we can make it not fucked up. We take note on everything you tell us. If you would like to leave us feedback in the form of a Steam review, it helps us tremendously. You can also join our Discord below to connect with other players and follow along with our development. So right here, join the Discord. Right here, follow on Twitter. Discord is probably your fastest option to get a hold of me in order to get something up to the rest of the team. All right, so Twitter, just follow over there, share, like, follow the page. This is going to be posted over on YouTube, so if you guys want to stay up with me while I stream stuff, I'm going to be doing at least 2 HumanitZ streams a week. Head on over to my page. Make sure you go check out Zobator. Make sure you go check out Divine Lunatic, the Cookie Monster. Make sure you go to Yaza's page. He's actually right up top there. He's right floating across the screen right now. Yaza_HumanitZ_game. Okay, when he does his dev streams, he's on there. All right. Jump into the Discord community. Go over to the share your footage section. Check out some of the other streamers that are on there. Come hang out, come talk, come BS with us. So that's all I have for the patch notes, but I will be hanging out for a little bit if you guys wanted to ask some questions. I see one right now. I have a question about professions. Why can't we develop a profession while an unemployed player? For example, If I dedicating myself to repairing cars, a skill tree or a pop-out appears saying that you can choose X profession and get the bonus for it. Why can't you do it right now? Because we're all learning how to do things. Maybe in the future. But I think if you're going to be unemployed, that's going to be your profession. But there will be things that the unemployed player may or may not be able to do. So what? Hey, Cookie. See, there you go. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. The Cookie Monster. Make sure you go over to the Cookie Monster channel. Him and Divine stream together constantly, all the time. Um, Amazingly good people in the community. They have their own little story thing going on. You know, their own little news feed.
Everybody, put your hands up, Safari, 翼になれ、見てみたいな、宇宙になれる君、今が成長期、新世界へ。
Fucking hate that fucking thing. People like to use it when I play 7 days when I play HumanitZ to get me killed. It's worth it. But hey, what's up, Castle Proper? But yeah, my vision, I'm not saying that this is the vision of HumanitZ. Okay, so right now this is a disclaimer. This is my personal opinion, not Yodup's personal, or not Yodup's opinion. I would like to see professions go a route where if me and Zobator were playing in a game together, and I am the junior biodiesel mechanic or technician, and he was the medical expert, and he was missing somebody of that, of my class, my profession in his camp, it gives me a reason to be a part of his group, as opposed to, well, I'm just going to pick this and run with it. No, it's just like, sorry, we've already got enough EMTs, we got enough food services workers. Are you a farmer though? You're a farmer? We need a farmer. Come join our group. I would love to see that, so that way more co-op happens. By the same token, in single player, you can pick a profession and go through and explore that, and then choosing a new profession completely changes the way and the dynamic that you're going to play the game, because now you're going to be prioritizing certain different things, so the replayability is there. So yeah, see, Zobator already does that. Plays like that with his friends. So when we test things, I'm either an EMT or a food services worker or a junior biodiesel technician, so I can do the gas, or I can run around and make a survive a little bit longer with food. Yaz is usually the mechanic. Dubs runs off. Dubs is the EMT. He likes to play on the harder difficulty settings like we do. But yeah, I would love for it to be more, why do I need you in my group? Or, like, hey, we need you in that group. Come on in. You've got a certain skill set that none of us have. Let's join you. Without getting into the weeds on the professions and the skills and stuff like that. But I also do believe that there should be things that you can learn from other professions, but maybe to a lesser degree. Again, just my opinion. It's not something that I'm trying to force onto everybody. Me and Divine do that normally. Normally Bio, Divine is mechanic, and we sort out other skills among the rest. Yeah, see? So it's I would like to further enhance that capability. You're always watching the builder. Another one is the mechanic, etc. It's cooler to play like that. Yeah, absolutely. One of the things that I love taking first off is resourceful. So that way I can bring down the cost of my resource consumption, or my resource usage on items. However, I think maybe that should fall to a carpenter or a carpenter class, or maybe you can do it to a lesser degree. I would like to have perks maybe increase. You get better benefits as you invest more points, so that way you can further develop those niche skills. For example, firearms or bows or stealth, or just I'm a nut for stealth. But yeah, so if you guys have any questions or anything, I wanted to do this right when this came out. I'm not going to be streaming. Basically, so what's going to happen is, as soon as I'm done streaming, I'm going to upload this to YouTube. I'm dismantling my computer, getting it ready for the big move on Friday. So we're going to on Saturday. I'm sorry, we're loading up the truck tomorrow. So you guys won't see me again until, like, streaming until the 8th of July. You can follow me here if you so choose to in the future. You can check everything later over on my YouTube channel. Yeah, I'll be dismantling everything here in a little bit, and then streaming every morning, Monday through Friday. So your focus and skill tree on the building and resources. Yeah, so for me, like, if if I had my way on like if I was creating this game, like if Yodubs wasn't a thing and like if, you know, this was my idea, my vision, um you would have different skill trees in tandem with a profession. Certain skill trees wouldn't be accessible unless you were a part of that profession, but certain skills of those skill trees you could dabble in. Like maybe you could increase your sneak, but if you're like a thief or if you're you know, like a petty criminal or something like that, or you know, just throwing those out there for example. Maybe you're, you know, if you're a burglar, your sneak would automatically get some of those perks to a higher degree. But that's just if I was creating it. It's not about me. It's about what um, the Yodub's vision is for this game, and seeing where it has come from the demo days. I started on the demo days. I unfortunately I didn't get to experience when it was on like a Google Drive back in the day when they were playing with it in the initial concept. Um, but from the demo days to 6 months ago, to now, just vast improvements and changes. So I wanted to do this video right when this came out, so that way those of you that are still at work, those of you that are at home, know what the changes are, but are still surprised on what's coming, and have a little bit of backstory to anything. How far do you think the skill tree will grow? Example given, Skyrim level tree. Ooh, I would like to see a very robust, diverse skill tree system, but not one that's so taxing that it's going to turn into other games that are out there that have their niche systems in place. For example, Project Zomboid. They have a plethora of different things that you can, you know, like it's very, very meticulous and intuitive. I don't want to get to that level of degree. I would like to see simple yet robust, if that makes sense. A lot of customization and variety. This is my sixth Red Bull in the past 12 hours. You know why Red Bull gives you wings? Because they kill you. You'll see wings. They just won't be yours. Project Zomboid is a fantastic game. It is a very deep game. Somebody came over to the Steam page, I think it was like 2 or 3 days ago, left a positive review, and was like, for those of you who don't have the time to invest in a Project Zomboid because it is a very in-depth and thorough game, this is a good alternative. And I would absolutely agree. It's not trying to be Project Zomboid. This game was birthed from Yaz's mind as an amalgamation of State of Decay 2 and DayZ, like a top-down DayZ. But now, as it becomes, you know, the camera moves from here to here to here, you know, it's not so much top-down, but you have the option. You have the options. You play Scum, and also is a very in-depth game, but I like the middle term of HumanitZ. Yeah, PZ is, but it's still unfinished though. Well, all games are kind of unfinished until, you know, the developer says, okay, that's it. We're not providing any more support. Like, for example, Back for Blood. Back for Blood is complete. They're not going to be providing any further updates or services or anything. Maybe like a bug fix here and there, but that game is done and complete. Um, I don't want to sit here and get into a PZ bashing thing. I love PZ. I have thousands of hours on Project Zomboid. Um, not on not on my Darachnophobic account, but on another previous account, I've got thousands of hours. This one I'm almost at 1,000 hours on HumanitZ. How much of that was work? Probably 800 hours worth of it. But do you want to talk about 7 days? Hey, 7 days is again a very awesome game. 7 days has been very kind in the fact that it gave me a lot of money. Uh, oh, I just now got the text message that Yaz sent to me saying, "Hey, it's showing 7 days right now." 10 years for another. Hey, you know what? I love 7 days. It's netted me a lot of money in my streaming adventures. The wife and I used to sit there, and I've got my TV, and the wife has her TV next to me, and we used to sit there and play it all the time on console. Um, I love playing Darkness Falls. Shout out to Kane for his Darkness Falls mod. Shout out to Jax Teller for his Ravenhurst mod. Jax Teller. Well, let's talk about mod support real quick, all right? A lot of people have been asking about mods. Braven from Project Zomboid, Jax Teller from 7 Days to Die, and uh, Text Digital from State of Decay. All three of them are modders for HumanitZ. Just throwing that out there. Why don't you see a whole bunch of mods for the game yet? Because it's not in 1.0 yet, and it's very taxing on the modders to be able to update at the same rate that we update this game. This game is the fastest updated game ever. Bar none, dot period. And I'm not talking about bug fixes. I'm talking about providing content constantly all the time. Let's not get into Helldivers 2 because that's different. Okay. Um it has to update every month. This it doesn't have to, and it's constantly being updated. Doesn't make sense for the modders to have to keep up with us. They're holding they're holding off until we're in a more refined state and they know, hey, we're not pushing any more development on this piece. Then they can start doing their mods for whatever that they want to do once we're done with a certain section. If that makes sense. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If anybody has any last minute questions, we got about 4 minutes. And then I gotta start getting on with the day. Letting you guys get back to your streams, letting you guys get back to you jumping in and playing the game. What's up? Probably one of the better dev supported games you've played since the early 90s. Aw. This game doesn't happen without any of you. Without you guys voicing your stuff. Nothing happens without you guys talking about it. And playing and providing that support and giving us that constant feedback. Communication is a two-way street. I could sit here and give you all the stuff, but if you guys don't enunciate, what you like or what you don't like, we're not gonna know. I'm very excited for people to get their hands on a controller and start playing with controller. I played with it about 3 or 4 days. I did a dev sport stream about a month and a half ago, and I was like, the controller's bullshit. I'm gonna make sure it gets done. I fucking hate it right now. This needs to be changed. I was scribbling down a whole bunch of notes, and I can say that I'm definitely gonna be playing with this a lot. I'm probably gonna showcase this on the 9th. Oh, there you go. 9th of July is my 2-year anniversary streaming. All right. On the 8th of July, I'm going to be playing Phasmophobia. Come hang out because that's the first game that I actually got into streaming big on. HumanitZ, I'm going to be doing on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I will be playing with controller. We'll see what happens. So come on over, come hang out. It reminds me of the good old days that people made games for love. The indie games are saving the game industry literally. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Because yes, while the money is nice, and I fucking love money, I love having money. I love being able to go and buy shit and not have to check my bank account. I love that feeling. I absolutely love it. I don't want to create something just to get money. I want to create something because I'm passionate about it. And since day one of playing this fucking game, I absolutely loved it. Um, I am so thankful to the entire team for allowing me to be a part of it, not only as a part of the team now, but coming into my streams, hanging out with me, talking with me, inviting me to be their tester, moving from testing to, hey, you want to fucking start writing some quests? Yep, absolutely. Hey, I'm on the Discord. Hey, you want to handle up on this on the Discord? Yep, absolutely. I got it. No fucking problem. I absolutely love this, and this is not just my job. I fucking love it, and I love doing what I love. The indie game the indie game team or the indie game scene is by far the best version of video games out there. I'm not talking about Call of Duties. You get a Call of Duty every fucking year. I'm not talking about Mass Effect or Dragon Age or it's the indie games that are out there that are holding it together. They are the glue that holds the gaming industry together. I'm thankful to be a part of it. I am so thankful to be a part of it. And I'm thankful for all of you guys. All right. Thank you for taking the time out of your day in order to come hang out with us. Thank you, Yaz, for popping in and hanging out. Everybody, make sure you guys go over to the Discord. Go check it out. The Pursuits and Perspectives update is live now. It's currently on sale. All right. So now's a great time to get in there. Do what you love and you will never work a day in your life. Absolutely. 100%. Truer words have never been spoken. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. I will see you guys on the Discord. May your runs be long and your looting rewarded. I appreciate you all. Bye.